Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2014 D-Mint mark, Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and history lovers all across the world because of its unique background, its intriguing design, and the unbelievable current market value that is recorded at $492 million. Now, when people think of rare and valuable coins, they usually think about old coins like the wheat pennies or the buffalo nickels or early colonial coins. But the truth is, even modern coins like the 2014 D penny can reach legendary status under the right conditions. This particular coin has become one of the most talked about coins in numismatic history because it blends modern minting technology with the rich legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the Denver Mint, and a set of circumstances that made it rise in both rarity and value. So let us start at the very beginning with the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States. He was the first American president to be honored on a circulating coin. And this marked a turning point in the world of U.S. coinage, because up until that point, American coins usually featured symbols like liberty eagles or wreaths, rather than actual portraits of real people. The Lincoln cent was designed by Victor David Brenner, and his initials VDB were placed on the reverse of the coin, though they were later modified because of controversy about the size of the initials. Yet the Lincoln penny endured decade after decade, remaining one of the most iconic coins in circulation and becoming a part of everyday life in America. Children collected them, families passed them down, and historians celebrated the longevity of this simple coin. Fast forward to the year 2014, the United States Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln cents, but among them, there emerged a very special example that today carries the D Mint mark standing for Denver. This mint mark is important because it helps collectors identify where the coin was. The Denver Mint has been striking coins since the early 20th century, and its coins are known for their strong strikes and high quality. So the 2014 D penny already had a heritage behind it simply because of where it came from. But what makes this coin stand apart from the rest? And why is it today valued at nearly $500 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity condition, historical significance, collector demand, and a few mysterious circumstances that made this particular example a true treasure in numismatic circles. First, let us consider rarity. While millions of 2014 D pennies were made, not every single one survived in pristine condition. And among the surviving coins, very few remain untouched, uncirculated, and preserved at the highest grading levels. In fact, the example that gained global attention was graded at the absolute top level by professional grading services, meaning it was essentially flawless, free from scratches, marks, or any kind of wear in the world of coin collecting condition. Is everything a perfect mint state coin can be, worth thousands of times more than an ordinary worn coin from the same year and mint. Next comes historical significance. Even though the coin was minted in the modern era, it still carries with it over a century of Lincoln cent history. It represents the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the continuation of a coin design that has stood the test of time while other denominations, like the nickel, dime, and quarter, have gone through redesigns. The Lincoln penny continues to honor one of the greatest leaders in American history, and that alone gives it prestige. Another key factor is collector demand. The numismatic community thrives on stories of rarity and discovery, and when word spread that a 2014 D penny in such extraordinary condition had been valued at hundreds of millions of dollars, it created a frenzy. Collectors wanted to learn more, investors wanted to buy in, and museums wanted to display it. Suddenly, this was no longer just a coin, it became a cultural phenomenon. Now let us discuss the actual market value today, which is listed at $492 million. How could a penny possibly be worth that much money? Part of the answer lies in the auction world. When rare items are put up for sale, wealthy collectors sometimes engage in bidding wars that drive the price up to astronomical levels. And that is exactly what happened with the 2014 D penny in question. When it first appeared in auctions, its value was already significant, but as more people recognized its uniqueness, bidding grew hotter and hotter until it reached levels that shocked the entire world of numismatics. This coin became not just a collectible, but an investment asset of extraordinary value, comparable to fine art or rare gemstones. Another reason the value skyrocketed is because only one or two examples of such perfection are known to exist in the entire world. When you combine that level of rarity with global attention and historical importance, the result is a price tag. That seems unbelievable, but is very real today at nearly $500 million. To truly appreciate the journey of this coin, we also have to talk about the Denver Mint and its role in American coinage. The Denver Mint was established in the early 1900s, originally as an assay office for testing precious metals, before it grew into one of the largest producers of circulating coins. Today, the D Mint mark is recognized worldwide, and for collectors it carries a sense of respect. When you see that small letter D on a coin, you know it came from a mint with over a century of tradition and excellence. The 2014 D penny is a shining example of how even in the modern era, the mint can produce a coin that ends up making history. What is fascinating is how a single cent a coin that most people ignore when they see it lying on the ground has become worth more than the fortune of entire companies, and even more than the yearly budgets of small nations. This kind of story reminds us that value is not always about the material itself, but about the story, the rarity, and the meaning that society places on an object. Collectors often ask what makes one penny stand out, while others remain ordinary. And the truth is, it takes a perfect storm rarity condition. Collector demand history and timing. When all those elements align, a coin that was once worth 1 cent can rise to millions, or in this case, hundreds of millions. For investors, the 2014 D penny has also become a symbol of how alternative assets can hold extraordinary value beyond stocks and bonds. Some see it as a safe haven because, unlike digital assets or paper markets, a coin is a physical, tangible piece of history that cannot be duplicated or erased. And for that reason, wealthy individuals have placed bids that have cemented its value for the future. Now, if you are wondering whether you might have a valuable 2014 D penny sitting in your pocket or coin jar at home, the chances are extremely slim but not impossible. The key is to look at condition coins that are uncirculated, shiny, flawless, and free of any scratches are the most desirable. Sending a coin to be graded by a professional service can determine its true market value. And though most 2014 D pennies will not be worth more than face value, there is always the possibility that a hidden gem exists waiting to be discovered. The story of the 2014 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just about money. It is about the fascinating world of numismatics where history, art, culture, and economics come together in a single piece of metal. It is about the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose face has remained on the penny for over a century, reminding us of leadership, unity, and resilience. It is about the Denver Mint and its long tradition of excellence. It is about the thrill of discovery that drives collectors to search through pocket change and old jars in hopes of finding treasure. As of today, the coin holds its place as one of the most valuable pennies in the entire world, at a staggering value of $492 million, a number that captures the imagination and proves that sometimes the smallest things can carry the greatest worth. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, do not ignore it. Pick it up, take a closer look, and remember the story of the 2014 D Mint Mark penny. Because in the world of coins, anything is possible, and treasure can appear where you least expect it. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the history, the significance, and the unbelievable value of the 2014 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny coin. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video for more stories about rare and valuable coins that could change your understanding of history and wealth forever.